Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Eva and I am a millennial who loves all things makeup and skincare. If you are not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I am a brand new channel here on YouTube and it really helps me out. In today's video, we tested out new and new-ish beauty available at Sephora. The main items we were focusing on were the Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow Skin Tint. We also tested out the new Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color. And then two Amicole products, the Light Catching Highlighter, as well as the Amicole Desert Date Cream Multi-Stick. So if you are interested in seeing me apply this makeup and hearing my initial impressions and my second impressions and then a recap at the end, go ahead and keep watching. A little bit more about this foundation. So this is, I believe, $40 and it is a moisturizing skin tint and it says it has watermelon and apple hyaluronic acid and it has SPF 30. I like that it comes in a little squeezy tube. So already A+ for the packaging. It is allegedly 24-hour wear, vegan, UVA protection, all-day hydration, and non-acnegenic. So we will see. I'm not going to wear it for 24 hours, but I am getting ready right now to go to an event. So I'll at least be able to report back on how it wears over the next couple hours. And by event, I mean I'm going to a listening party at a record shop for one of my favorite bands, Boy Genius, who has a new album coming out Friday. So I'll get to go and listen early, which is exciting. The shade I picked up is the shade Porcelain. It looks a little dark in the bottle, so I'm a little scared, but we shall see. I'm going to start by applying it on my hand so I can get an idea of the consistency. It's pretty runny, which is what you would expect for a skin tint. Now, shade, ooh, that is dark. Okay, well that is definitely not my shade. But we can try to make it work. It's a little too dark. It was described as like for neutral fair tones, but I probably should have gone. There was also like a very fair option that I probably should have gone with. As far as fragrance goes, I still can't smell anything after being sick, so I don't know if that watermelon is really prevalent in scent. So I can't help you there. I will say it's applying pretty nicely with my fingers. It's really, really spreadable. Like I'm not having any problems spreading it and blending it with my finger. I am gonna first apply it just with my fingers and then go in with the Beauty Blender to blend it out. That way the product is not getting absorbed in the sponge. So it's not actually looking that bad, but I just know from comparing to my neck that it's too dark for me. Okay, so we've applied it to the face using our fingers. You can see it's, yeah, quite dark for me compared to my hand. But now let's go ahead and blend in with a sponge. I'm really hoping this one works because the Say foundation was just such a disappointment and a flop for me. Like I would love to get a win for foundations. Ooh, early first impression, it's wearing a lot better than the Say one is. Like it's not clinging to my dry patches as much as the Say one was. Of course, if I have dry spots, there's not really any foundation that's not going to, you know, kind of cling to them, but this one so far is applying pretty well. I'm just gonna really have to make sure I'm bronzing my neck because the shade is completely different color than my neck. Okay, I feel like that's actually like a pretty nice coverage. You could build it up with more, but I really want to treat this as a skin tint like it is and apply just a nice little wash of coverage. Okay, so first impression, like right away, I'm not recoiling at the sight of it on my skin. which is rare. Normally I have a strong visceral reaction if it's a product that I'm gonna hate, and so far I'm not having one, so that's a plus. Now let's go in. I'm gonna put my Sephora Boost and Lock eyeshadow primer on, just so it can be drying to when we get to the eyes. Now let's go in using a product that I tried in one of my previous videos, another like new at Sephora get ready with me videos, and this is the Stay Naked Quickie. So I have decided I like this as an under eye concealer, but I don't like it on the rest of the face. I don't find that it's really multi-use for me. Like, it was clinging to dry spots and really emphasizing like pores when I applied it all over my face. But as a under eye concealer, I have found it to be pretty nice. So just gonna apply that, and then not gonna use the scratchy sponge or the scratchy brush on the other end. I will go in with my dampened beauty blender again. And it sits really nicely. Some concealers I find, like when I apply them with a dampened sponge, something like weird happens and it starts to like pill a little bit. But this one does not do that. Okay, I'm going to grab my Say Airset Translucent Powder and apply this under my eyes. What I've been doing lately is I've just been taking a like fluffy eyeshadow brush that doesn't have product on it and applying that under my eyes, or just like any fluffy brush. I like the Hourglass 14 brush. That way I can get really precise with my powder. Go get in the crow's feet area. I'm overdue, very overdue for my Botox. But I'm trying to put it off for a little bit longer just because it's so expensive. But yeah, the crow's feet are definitely feeding. I'm not really gonna powder anywhere else. I'm so dry. I rarely need to powder anywhere beyond my under eyes. Okay, now I am starting to see on my nose the little dry patches coming through, but I don't really knock the product because if I have dry patches, like, they're always going to continue to show. The chin area is looking pretty decent though. Much better than the Say foundation was at this point in the application. But a lot can still go wrong. A lot can still go wrong with the foundation. Now, while I'm doing the rest of my face, I like to apply like a lip serum so my lips are hydrating. I am going to use the Make Cosmetics Halo Moon Serum Balm. I love Make Cosmetics and I love these lip serum balms. For bronzer, we are going to use one of my favorite bronzers that sadly has been discontinued, but it is the Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer. And then I'm going in with my Refer 22 bronzer brush. You may have noticed my light just will not hold a charge. It worked for like 2 seconds there and then it went down. Okay, so we are gonna bronze up the face, and then I'm really gonna focus on my neck because of how dark that skin tint is. Get my ears. I know that's weird, but I remember like when I watched a tutorial of Kylie Jenner's, like way back in the day when she did her first makeup tutorial, and she talked about bronzing her ears, and now I always do that because why would I want my ears to be pale when the rest of my face is tan? It does mean that you just like have to actually pay attention when you're cleaning your face at night and cleaning those ears. So we are bronzed, or relatively bronzed. Now let's do cheeks. Next up for cheeks, we are going to apply the Omicole Desert Date Cream Multi-Stick. I picked up the shade Dune. Now, I've worn this a few times and I really like it. I am a sucker for a blush multi-stick. And I'm sucker for any sort of like brownie type of blush. That is my jam. So very, very pleased with this shade. You know what, let's actually, because it claims to be multi for the eyes, instead of using the palette I was going to use, I'm actually going to use this on my eyes as well. But first for the face, I like to go in directly on the face with a cream product. I know a lot of people like apply it to a brush first, but I just personally feel like that defeats the purpose. Now I'm going in with my dampened beauty blender, and you can see how quickly and beautifully that blended. Now the real test will be this side where I like way over applied the blush. Okay, yeah, this side I applied too much, so I'm going to try to even it out over here. Okay, there we go. Very beautiful, very, very easy to blend. Now I'm going to take the product that I applied on my hand and I'm just going to go in on my eyes. Oh, this is really, really pretty as an eye shade. And then tonight, after my like little listening party thing I'm going to, I will come back and show how the makeup is looking and report back if this creased, because a lot of times these multi-use products will crease on the eyes. So I'll be able to put this to the test. Okay, well that was very, very simple. I am gonna grab a crease brush. I'm gonna grab the Sephora 19 brush, the Sephora collection one, and just kind of move through the crease to blend out any of the pigment. Okay, I like how that looks. Now for highlighter, let's do the Amicole Light Catching Highlighter in the shade Glaze. Now this is a stick highlighter. It looks a little scary at first because you can see the shimmers in the product, but somehow like there's just something magical about it where you don't actually see the glitter on your face. I don't know how they do it, but it is a really flawless highlighter. Now for this, I'm going to apply it. I'm actually going to use this Pro Concealer 71 brush from Sephora collection. It's like an angled little like doe foot type of brush to apply the product. That actually worked really well with this brush. I just wanted something tiny. Or you could always apply it directly to your face as well. Oh, this is so pretty. And this this brush is actually perfect for this. I'm gonna apply a little bit on the outside of the brow bone. It's very, very dewy. Okay, I'm liking how glossy this is. Hopefully the camera is picking it up, but it is a very glossy highlighter. We just have a couple more steps to go. The next being mascara. I'm going to go in, I'm trying to use this up. I'm going to go in with the Lawless One and Done mascara. I really should have curled my lashes first, but I am really in a hurry, so I don't have time. So for lips, I wiped off some of that lip serum, and I really want to use the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color. I was originally going to talk about the Amicole lip oil, but I really want to talk about this real fast because I love this product. I picked this up when it launched last week. I filmed a YouTube short with it, and it's a beautiful product. I think it's a little overpriced for the amount of product. I think maybe it's like $28, but I'll put all the details down below. The product is kind of a mix between a very pigmented oil and a very pigmented gloss. It's very opaque, and when it claims it's plumping, you only feel the very, very slightest tingle. Like, you have to be focused on the tingle in order to actually feel it. So I wouldn't say that it's super plumping. I think it's more similar to the Lawless lip products, where it's more like lip flattering as opposed to plumping. Like, it does kind of hide your lip lines. Before I apply that though, I am gonna go in with a lip liner because I love lip liner. I'm going in with the Lawless Forget the Filler lip liner in Pink Sand. I use this in another video. I really like it. Okay, just a little definition around the lips. Now for the product, you'll see how pigmented it is. That's one swipe. And this shade is the perfect Your Lips But Better type of shade. They have some really pretty like bold shades as well, but for a product like this that is not transfer proof and is really like slippy and slidey, I try to get a shade that's close to my natural lip color because I just don't want smear all over my face of like a dark red or a dark purple. The makeup look is almost done. I need to do my brows, but I will do those off camera, and then I'm gonna fix my hair, throw on my jewelry, and then come back and zoom in for the final, like, very simple look and let you know my initial thoughts on how everything's wearing from a first impression standpoint. But I will link it down below, and I have this cute little matching earrings and necklace. I do have a discount code that she created for me to share. I don't earn commission from it. It's just so you can save money, and it is Dear Eva Hansen, and that will save you 15%. Makeup look is done. I ended up just applying a clear brow gel because I am running late. But giving my overall first impression on certain products. So far I am hopeful for this product. Despite picking up the wrong shade, but anything can happen over the next several hours. It could start to look terrible, but so far, so good. The Ami Collet cheek stick, the Ami Collet Desert Date Cream Multi-Stick, especially love the shade Dune. It looks really beautiful on the eyes, but we will see how it wears on the eyes over the next couple hours. But first impression, thumbs up. Final impression on this is a huge thumbs up. I've been testing this for a few days. Absolutely love it. And then Ami Collet highlighter, love it. This was not a first impressions. I have used this before, and it is very, very beautiful. Just very natural, glossy finish. Those are the main like new-ish products that I tested out. Those are my thoughts. Okay, we are back from my little event I went to, and I am here to provide a like 3-hour update on the makeup. I first want to start with the foundation. I am happy to say that as time has gone on, this actually looks better on my skin than it did when I first applied it. So initial impression is very positive. I'm really excited to continue using this. I do need to figure out what shade is my correct shade, but overall first impression is really great. It's really flattering, I have to say. It's not picking up too many of my dry spots, or rather it's not really emphasizing them. My issue with the Say foundation is that it was really emphasizing those dry spots and making them look worse, whereas this foundation, like, it's not covering the dry spots. The dry spots are still there, but it's not making them look worse. Okay, let's start with the Cream Multi-Stick. Absolutely love this on my cheeks, but I applied it on my eyes and it's already pretty much faded and pretty much gone. So I don't really know if I don't really think the claims are true that it being a multi-stick, because they did advertise it as for eyes, lips, and cheeks, but on the eyes, it didn't really stay. But for a cheek product, it's great. I would still recommend it. And again, this shade Dune is absolutely beautiful. The Ami Collet highlighter, huge fan of this. When I looked at it, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of shimmer in it, and I was really scared that it would come off as way too glittery, but the few times I've tested it and wore it tonight, it does not transfer glitter. It gives you a really good lit from within, like glossy, glowy cheek highlight. Highly recommend this. I keep looking in the mirror because it is so glowy even after several hours. This is a big thumbs up. For lips, the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color, I love it. It's not the longest lasting lip product, but it is so flattering, especially this shade, Soft Blush. The more you wear it and the more you apply it, the more flattering it gets because of those like plumping elements start to kind of mask some of your lip lines. So this one, huge thumbs up, really, really like it. Well, that wraps up today's video. I am pleased that we were able to find some newish products that I actually like, given the recent fails I've had. Super excited about this foundation. I think it has a lot of potential. I hope to find my proper shade soon and then continue testing it, and I will provide a recap in my monthly favorites or flops video as far as where this ends up falling, but so far I'm hopeful. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.